It's me again. If you're still watching this whole little brush series, I guess you could say, I'm really proud of you because the last 3 videos have been like 20, 15-minute long videos, so, I mean, you've been watching me for almost an hour. Wow. And now we're gonna have a really long brush video again. Oh, my brushes just fell all over the place. Ah! Well, that's where that brush went. Okay. Anyways, 30 seconds in the video and I've already dropped stuff. We're doing good. Let's flip this around. Okay. I have the Sigma brush set to show you. It's the professional brush set, and I bought it with the brush roll because this is just a really nice quality brush roll, and I don't really have a really nice quality brush roll. So it like the feel of this brush roll, if you've ever felt one, you understand what I mean. Like they feel so nice, and they're so pretty. They say they're like, it's embossed with Sigma on the front of it, and it has this really nice, instead of like having like a tie or something on it, it has this really nice little snap thing. It's like a magnetic little snap. So it's really nice. So it's a really well-made brush roll. And I was contemplating between this and getting one of the Make Me Up sets, but the way I saw it is that they had the same brushes in them, so I wasn't getting any different brushes. The only difference was what it came in, and I liked the brush roll better than I thought I would like that hard case. So just a little background information on the brush roll. This set was $99 plus shipping, and I think it came to, the shipping was maybe like $10 or $12, but I'm also in Canada, and shipping is always expensive because we're technically international, even though, I mean, like, from New York to me is actually, like, not nearly as far as New York to California, but whatever. You get, I think there are 12 brushes here. I don't know. Basically just have this big thing of brushes. And all of these have matte comparables brushes. They changed their naming system. They used to be SS and then the number that was comparable to the MAC brush. So this brush used to be like the SS168, but now it's the F40. I'm not sure why she did that, but I don't know. I'm probably like, I liked it because, you know, if you couldn't afford MAC brushes, which, you know, like powder brushes and stuff got up to like $50, so 2 powder brushes equaled the same as my 12 brushes that I bought. So but I liked it because then you could know, okay, I want a 150, like a MAC 150, but I'm going to go to Sigma and get one that's the same quality and the same shape, basically, that's way less expensive. And I think that's why everyone loves Sigma, because they are really great quality brushes, and they are really, 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 really nice and really inexpensive for what you're getting. So I'm going to start off with the massive, and I mean massive. This thing is huge. Like, look at that. This, like, compared to my face, takes up, like, my whole cheek. This is the F30, the large powder. Yeah, no, you're not going to see it. The F30 large powder. And it is a large powder brush. This brush, for me, it did shed a little bit. It doesn't shed anymore. Just when I was washing it, it did shed a little bit, and it did bleed a little bit. But that's to be expected with natural bristle brushes. I mean, come on. It's a natural bristle brush. And brushes that are like this densely packed, you know, sometimes not every single bristle gets into the ferrule well enough, and they come out. It's natural. You know, it's normal. It's what happens with brushes. Like, it didn't shed while I was using it on my face. This is a really soft powder brush. I really, really, really like it. this is really great for, you know, if you're just kind of running out the door, you want to throw some powder on your face, or you used a tinted moisturizer and you just want to powder it a little bit just to get, you know, some shine off your nose, then this is the perfect brush for that, because you can do your whole face in like 4 swipes because it's so big. I know I'm obsessing over the size of this, but I do love it. I don't know. There's nothing bad to say about this brush. So, this one's a really nice one. Then you get the F50 Duo Fiber Brush. I haven't actually used this brush yet, so I can't tell you how it works with foundation. But I do know that it's really, really, really nice. It's dense, but not too dense. It's dense enough. It's denser than my e.l.f. stipple brush, so it's dense enough that it will work with foundation, but it also would work really nicely with blush. So, you know, it's just your standard powder or stippling dual fiber brush. It's really soft. And this one did bleed a little bit too, and it did shed a little bit, but obviously, as you can see, it didn't bleed, and it didn't bleed any into the bristles, and my bristles are still white, so that's all that matters to me. If a brush bleeds, you know, I would rather it bleed while I was washing it than bleed into my foundation and put it on my face and make me look gray. So yeah. So this is a really nice brush. Then you have the F40 Large Angled Contour. This is so soft. So soft. This is probably, I don't know. No, this one's softer, but this one's synthetic, so it's not fair. This is the softest of the natural bristle brushes for the face. This is softer than that big F30, but this is just, you know, like your standard angled blush brush. You could use it to contour with. You could use it for blush. I have washed all of these brushes, just to let you know. So obviously, when this brush came to me, it wasn't quite this fluffy, and when this brush came to me, it wasn't quite this fluffy. But I like it better now that it's fluffy versus when it was a little bit more compact. I don't know. I feel like it's, because it's not quite so dense, it will disperse the color better. Then the last of the, well, I suppose you could say the last of the face brushes. There is one more face brush, but is the F60, the foundation brush. This is just, you know, your standard paddle foundation brush. Like I said in some of my other videos, I don't use this style of brush for foundation, so this would probably end up being like a large concealer brush for me. It's really soft, really dense, you know. It springs back nicely when you flick it like that. This, obviously, you know, didn't bleed, didn't shed, doesn't smell. Did I mention? Yeah, this one has a little bit of a smell to it, but it's a natural bristle brush, and all of my natural bristle brushes have somewhat of a smell to them. I think it's just because they're animal hair. But anyways. So, doesn't have any smell. Didn't shed, didn't bleed. It's just a really nice, really soft brush. Now, onto the, well, I use them all as eye brushes. One of them is technically supposed to be a face brush, but this is the F70. It's a concealer brush. Like I said, this brush is too small for me to use on my blemishes. So actually, this was the brush that I used the other day to set my eyeliner with a black eyeshadow. Or I think I got black eyeshadow on my face. Maybe? Right there? I don't know. But it works really nice for that. It's, you know, I'd probably end up using this as an eye shading brush just because, like I said, I don't use concealer brushes that are this small. But it's a very nice brush. Then you have 2, 4, 6, 7 eye brushes. And these eye brushes you have every brush here that you will ever need or want to do your makeup with. You have first your standard shading brush. This is the E55, the eye shading brush. And let's just show you. You know, it's just your regular medium-sized flat shading brush, good for packing on color. It's dense enough that you can pack on color with it, but it's soft enough and fluffy enough that you could blend it out too. So if you were just doing an all over color on your lid, then you could put it on and then blend it all with the same brush. So that's really nice. Then you get the E60, the large shader brush. This thing's massive. Like, just to show you in comparison with my eye, like it's pretty big. If this was synthetic, this would be the perfect size of concealer brush for me. But it's not. This brush for some reason has these two little straggly hairs. Oh, I got them. Okay. It just had these two random little straggly hairs that were like sticking out. But I do really like this brush. It's really good for like an all over lid color, or if you wanted to do like a highlight, maybe. Yeah, that'd make a really nice one. Then you have the E70. This is the medium angled shading. I wouldn't call this a shading brush as much as I would call it more of a crease brush, just to get like into the crease, because it's angled. It would get into the crease of your eye like an angled brush would get into the contours of your face. So that's really nice. It's not really the most dense thing, which is why I wouldn't call it a shading brush. I would call it more of like a blender brush. But this would make a really nice blender brush if you were doing like a cut crease and you wanted to just blend out like over like this. That'd be really nice. Or this would be really nice to set your under eye concealer. So that's a really nice brush. I really like it. Then you get two eyeliner brushes. You get this brush, which is more of your like the pointed version. This is a much thicker version of a pointed brush. So I'm not sure. I don't know. I like it though because it's thicker. It's denser, and so it doesn't move nearly as easily as the other one, as some of my other really pointed brushes do that only have like 4 hairs in them. That bothers me when brushes like these only have like 4 hairs in them. Like, I can do a really thin line with a brush this thick. If I can do a really thin line with a brush this thick, why can't I do a really thin line with a brush that thick? That's what I don't understand. So I really, really, really like this brush. Good job, Sigma, for finally giving me a very thin eyeliner brush that has more than 4 hairs in it. Then you get your standard angled brush, the small angle E65. This is smaller than most angle brushes I find would be, but it's also longer. Most angle brushes are fairly short. This one almost looks like a square with like part of the side cut off, because that's how big it is. But it's just your standard. You could use it for your eyebrows, you could use it for your eyeliner. This is really nice. These brushes are really nice for setting on your waterline with like a black powder, like a colored powder, whatever it was that you were going to use to set your eyeliner. So those are really nice. Then you have two sort of blender crease brushes. You have the E30 pencil brush, which this, I don't know. I was expecting it to be a little bit, I don't know, harder almost. This brush I feel it moves quite a bit, so I was expecting it to, hold its shape a bit more, but also I was expecting it to be a little bit bigger and a little bit smaller all at the same time. I don't know. I do really like this brush, and I like how it is, but my expectations weren't what I got, but I was expecting so many different things. I don't even remember what I was expecting. But anyways, so that's the E30 pencil brush. Then you have this beauty, the E40 tapered blending. This is like the greatest blending brush ever. I could just sit here and do this all day, and I would be happy. I would be a happy camper if I could do this all day. because this brush is so soft and so nice, and it blends so beautifully, and it's so big. Like when you fan it out, that's how big it gets. So that's going to blend every single color on your eye absolutely beautifully, and it's wonderful, and I love it. Love, 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 love it. Like, if you only ever order one brush from Sigma, no, that's a lie. This would not be it. This would be, if you were only to order 2 brushes from Sigma, you would get this one. But this would not be my first. My first is actually a brush that I didn't buy, which is kind of funny. When I ordered my brush set, Simone from Sigma and the company Sigma, they always include, at least with these sets, a little free baby E25 brush, just to show you, in comparison with the pencil brush, it is, you know, quite a bit smaller, but it's so cute. And this brush would be, if you were only to get one eye brush from Sigma, I would say get this one, because it is so great. You can do your whole eye look with this brush. You can place your color, you can blend your color, you can blend a multitude of colors. You can do your highlight, you can do your inner corner highlight, you could set your under eye concealer. You could use this brush to, the only thing that you could not do with this brush is to set your eyeliner, because it is just too fluffy. None of the eye brushes shed, none of them smelled, none of them ran, none of them did anything while I was washing them. They are all very, very, very soft. The whole Sigma brush set is very, very, very soft. And I'm very, 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 very happy I bought it. But anyways, oh, my phone went off again. My phone is going off. Why do I have a feeling? No, it's Facebook. Okay, I'll check that later. But anyways, this is like the greatest brush. These are the best brushes ever. Honestly, I'm going to rave about these brushes like forever, because they're so nice and they're so soft, and when you think about it, they're so affordable. I mean, you get 12, I think it's 12, yeah, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, plus the free brush, plus the brush roll for $100. So when you think about it, let's do a little math here. I have a calculator on my phone, so we're gonna go 100 divided by 14. That is $7.14 a brush, plus the brush roll. But I mean, like, really, $7 a brush for brushes that are that nice and that good quality. Even, like, to go to Walmart and buy, like, an EcoTools powder brush, they're, like, $13. So, $7 for this brush. This beautiful brush. I like this brush. But anyways, that is my Sigma review, and that's the end of my little brush-a-thon, I guess you could call it. It's getting kind of dark out, and I'm not sure how the lighting is doing on this video, but yeah, I'm sorry if this is really crappy, really low lighting. I didn't even realize. I was so excited about talking about brushes that I didn't even realize it, you know, it kind of got really dark. But anyways, whew, now that I'm totally exhausted and it is 20 to 5, I'm going to go start studying for my exam for tomorrow. And yeah, I will see you all in another video. Bye.